EA adds microtransaction to Skate's closed alpha. Closed alpha, bruh. Okay. EA has officially added microtransaction to Skate's latest alpha in an update message sent to players. EA's teed an epic gameplay update along with exciting updates to the game. One of those updates from developer Full Circle was the addition of microtransactions to the current closed alpha playtest. This according to a message sent to players that have been provided through Insider Gaming, known as Sand Van Bucks. What the fuck? Hey, Mom, can I please get some Sand Van Bucks? This is the game currency that allows players to buy various cosmetic items. According to Full Circle, this is being added to make sure players have a positive experience when purchasing items from the Skate store. Whoa, we're just saying any retarded shit, a positive experience. I pressed buy and it was bought. That seems to be the one thing that consistently works. To ensure that we achieve these goals at early access, we have enabled the option to purchase and use virtual currency, again called Sand Van Bucks, in our ongoing closed alpha playtest, the message reads. Your feedback will be greatly appreciated in providing a great experience at the early access launch. So because the game is still in a playtesting state, it's mentioned that account progress might be reset at times and will be fully reset before the launch into early access. Should you spend any money on these Sand Van Bucks and in turn on items, any purchases you make will be converted back to Sand Van Bucks and made available again at the start of early access. To make sure you get them low, you have to use the same EA account for both playtesting and early access. EA Skate scheduled to release in 2025 sometime this year. That's also expected to come to mobile. Sand Van Bucks Cremo. Have you ever heard anything as egregious as this throughout your 7 days of this week?
Throughout my 7 days of this week, no, absolutely not. This is the worst thing I've heard. That's not true. I heard about a poop cannon in the Middle East, so, but that's a different story. This is fucking bad. All right. And EA was actually kind of coming back. I think a lot of people, the mass EA hate had kind of died off, and they're like, okay, they're not the most egregious company now. A lot of people directed their hate towards Ubisoft. I guess somebody at EA saw that and was feeling kind of lonely, you know, and decided that they need to do something to get everyone pissed off at them again. This entire game here has been a shit show. It seems like it's been in production hell. It had to get re-announced last year, if you remember that. They had that whole thing where they got Tim Robinson, who used to write on SNL, to write up a commercial for them. This is a entire fucking shit show. And the thing is, it's a good time to release it, especially because, let's be honest, skateboard games are kind of coming back. Obviously not at the mass appeal as they were, you know, the early 2000s and late 90s, but there's room for skateboarding games again, which, you know, 10 years ago there wasn't. We had a Tony Hawk game that came out that completely flopped and basically killed the franchise up until the remakes that they did for 1 and 2, and now 3 and 4 are going to be coming out this year as well. You absolutely shouldn't be having microtransactions in your closed alpha. What the fuck is that? Like, and the whole thing of like, well, don't worry, you'll still get to keep the V-Bucks, bro. I'm just calling them V-Bucks. I don't give a shit. What's the point of buying you buy the currency so you can buy the items, but then the game resets. So what they do is they give you the currency back instead of letting you keep the item. What the fuck was the point?
That doesn't make any sense at all.
Yeah.
Like, wouldn't it be cool to have like an exclusive, if you are going to spend money on the game, wouldn't it be cool to have like an exclusive item from the closed alpha that you would want to have, like, wouldn't that be more of an incentive to buy something?
Yeah, from, like a skateboard, for example. Like, normally they just give you shit for free for being in an alpha.
Right.
But if we have to fucking nickel and dime everyone, yeah, it would make sense to have something that only you have going forward. But what I think this really is to get you in the habit of purchasing your Sand Van Buck, you know? Start them early, that type of stuff, so it becomes a habit going over. Now, I know there's a lot with that, but I saw this from Roderick in the chat. Expect something in the next Battlefield. If they pull something similar like this in the next Battlefield, it's going to be Battlefront 2 all over again. People are going to skits the fuck out.
I actually don't think they will. Okay, here's the thing. We've been talking about how much is riding on this next Battlefield game. There's literally nothing riding on this next Skate game. Yeah. And Battlefield, when they do the Battle Royale, their version of Warzone, yeah, you're going to have pretty egregious microtransactions. It's going to be like Warzone, right? But the actual game itself, I don't think will. because you're going to be paying a AAA price. With Skate, this is going to be a free-to-play game when it comes out. So that is also something we got to factor in, that I don't think this will be as egregious in games where they're making you pay that cost up front. They're trying to get their money back from effectively, because it does cost a lot of money to make a game, especially this game, which has taken fucking years. I don't even remember when they started saying we're working on, another Skate game. Maybe like 5 years after Skate 3 came out or something like that. Like, it's been like a long fucking time. So I can imagine they sunk a lot of money into this game. So they're going to try to get every dime they can squeeze out of you.
Scam. How you feeling, Moz?
I was a big Skate 3 fan. This is not looking good. Yeah, this is bad, bro. Imagine, but I always wanted my coins back, because usually their transactions are pretty dog shit. So, maybe giving the coins back isn't actually a bad thing, but yeah, that's fucked. I don't think even COD's ever done that. Like, sold shit before the game's out. Like, that's fucking
just
bad,
pre-order
bro.
bonuses.
This has to be, like, EA's back up top on the scummiest company now, right?
Although Call of Duty did put like enhanced audio as a
Oh,
microtransaction, basically.
Yeah.
So
Dude, you're gonna have to pay for like the cutscenes, bro. You know how in the old skates you used to see your bones break? You're gonna have to pay for that shit, bro. Oh no. Oh dude, don't worry, my wheels look extra spinny, bro. They're extra fast, bro.
No, it's even worse, Moz. You gotta pay per song on the soundtrack. You gotta pay for each one. You want Shimmy Shimmy Ya by ODB in there? No, you gotta pay. You want Debaser by the Pixies? No, you gotta pay.
I bet you they actually do that. I can actually see them doing albums. They'll have a couple of free albums, and then they'll have like the $2.99, $1.99.
Fortnite's doing it, so
yeah.
I mean, and in Fortnite, kind of wherever Fortnite goes with the microtransactions is where everyone else goes eventually. So yeah, they're gonna like have like jumping and crouching and all that stuff under microtransactions someday. Like you gotta.
You want to do an ollie? You gotta pay us $5.
Is that any more cringe though? Is that any more cringe than when Last of Us tweeted, or PlayStation tweeted out Last of Us 2 and said, "Hey, we have a dedicated jump button"?
Yeah.
Well, if you're gonna pay for it and they're showing it off, why you have to pay for it? Probably. But trust me, lads, this jump is really good, because with your shoes that you also bought, you're gonna be looking real spicy. Like, trust.
Yeah.
What a world.
Uh,
What a world.
I want to see how great, like, I wonder how greedy they would go if we just let them, you know what I mean? If we didn't, like, yell at them, we didn't do anything, I wonder how scummy EA would actually become. I want to see them at their scummiest and dirtiest, but I don't think we'll ever will, because we yell at them.
I remember long ago when they were doing their first Jedi Fallen Order game, there was rumors that even back then people thought was bullshit, but there was rumors that they were going to sell kyber crystals in the game. So if you wanted to change your lightsaber color, you had to buy the crystal.
Didn't they make one of the colors a part of the pre-order bonus? So it kind of, it wasn't fully true, but it was like, oh, if you wanted this one though.